But there were some accidents along the way. Tell us some of those experiences.
Um, One of the first times going interstate for a Christian camp, my parents were like, "We'll leave Josh to have a good experience." And during the camp, near the very end, I was on one of those massive trampolines that has like an X in the middle, which is actually like a plus. The one that because you jump really high. Um, yeah, I just got on the trampoline, and no sooner had I got on that someone else jumped on too and double bounced me, and I landed on my stomach with the other guy landing on the back of my neck.
Ow.
And so I ended up going to hospital with a neck brace
Wow.
and stayed in hospital for about 2 or 3 days. And my parents were like, "And we let you go in this camp? How?" I survived the flying fox going into the dam that they had there at the lake. But that was a bit unexpected, having a trampoline accident.
Mm.
And that's just one of a few accidents I've had, which I think are like near-death experiences. But
Yeah, right.
through it all, God's got me through it all and saved me multiple times. So I'm quite thankful and grateful for that. One of the other ones I've had too is a motorbike accident. When I was on the motorbikes with the kids, I was borrowing a friend's motorbike, and we had like a really big pile, probably about 3 meters long, pile of gravel. And I went to hit the jump, slow down, but I'm normally used to like a foot brake. And I went to hit the foot brake with my friend's motorbike, not knowing where the brake was, and found out that the brake was on the handlebar, and I ended up hitting the jump at full speed, and I got airborne for about 10 feet, 10 to 15 feet, and I landed head first up after the jump on the flats, and
Wow.
the motorbike wheel was not facing in the same direction as the handlebars, and I had to straighten it out a bit. And yeah, I showed, no one saw it, it was just me. So I saw the mark from where I landed, and then I just measured it out and was like, that's a pretty big jump.
So you walked away from
I
it.
walked away from it.
The motorbike, not so much.
The motorbike was not so bad, but the fact it was a friend's motorbike, I put it back together before they came and saw the damage.
Do
Okay.
they know, or are they going to watch this and now know?
I think they did know, because
Okay.
I think I told them about the accident, but yeah, it was just one of many. But it was a good experience to get out of it. I think I'll never want to go that fast again, and I always make sure I know where the brake is before going on a new motorbike and going at full speed.
So lesson learned.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, yeah. You've lived on the edge. You can step back
I've
a few
done that
steps
one.
now.
Yeah.
You've done
That's
that
right.
one.
Wow. Yeah. So, but you've had a number of these experiences.
Yeah.
Near death.
Like in the year 2000, I had a car accident. I was traveling the speed limit at going 100 k's an hour, and there was a car, like there was a vineyard truck, a ute with a trailer on the back, and he had a full trailer of grapes. And so there's a bit of like, I'm not quite sure if it was frost, but it was probably more like the road was a little bit wet, and so he was going too fast, and he braked too sudden at the end, and the brakes locked up, and he travelled into a stationary car in front of him, and the car got pushed out into the main road, and then I ended up ploughing into the car that got pushed out in the main road at 100 k's an hour, and me and my brother were in the car, and the car spun around 270 degrees, and all four tires had burst, and yeah, it was a pretty big accident. We ended up walking away from it. I thought the car was going to blow up, because you watch it in the movies and you have an accident, you think it's going to explode, but it didn't explode. I just turned the car off and walked out, and so did the other car, and there was two other cars involved, and yeah, we just walked away from it. I was bleeding through my forehead from hitting my head on the steering wheel. My brother had whiplash, Dan, but it took us about 2 or 3 years to get our back straight again
Wow.
after the accident,
Okay.
just with rehab and whatnot.
Right. So it was a significant. This one was.
It was pretty
You
big.
didn't just walk away.
No, yeah, we walked away, but we had a bit of injuries to go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. So how did all those experiences shape you? Did you walk
Um,
away just with a new perspective on life, or was it just they happen so often it was just normal?
I think I was thankful each time, and yeah, they were a bit of an inconvenience, but yeah, it was a blessing in disguise. Yeah, especially at such a high speed. Yeah, like I just remember just before I hit the other car, I ended up turning a little bit to the left, and I ended up hitting the driver's back seat passenger door, and so I missed the driver by a little bit because I turned left, and if I kept on going straight, I probably would have. Yeah, he probably wouldn't be around. So he was grateful that he could walk out of it. He got hit in the back, he got hit in the side, and then he ended up going into the vineyards that were on the side of the road, and so yeah, his car was stuck in the vineyards. But yeah, just another God incidents. Yeah, another one to share with you is I also had a hiking trip when I was in Nepal, and yeah, I was hiking and I was with a mate. Always, if you're going to go hiking, always go with at least one other person, if not two others, to keep safe. And so this particular time, my ankle twisted when I was on the edge of a cliff, and I ended up looking over the edge of the cliff. It was probably about 60 meters below me, which was a quite high cliff, and 2/3 of my body were hanging over the cliff.
Wow.
And I couldn't move because the back of my backpack was so heavy at the bottom that it stopped me from going over the edge. And my mate had to go and grab my ankles and pull me off the edge of the cliff so that I could actually get up and keep on going with the hike. But yeah, it was a very scary circumstance looking over the edge of a cliff, knowing that I could have gone over the edge of a cliff with like water, and there's a river down below and big rocks, and very thankful to be alive from that point on.
But somehow you just
I still survived.
didn't go over the edge. The thing is that these things happen, and suddenly, like, you just say, "Oh well, he sounds like he's definitely going to fall off the cliff now," but then you don't, or that you definitely had some brain injury or something when you fell off the motorbike. But
no brain injury
you're
each
fine.
time. Yeah, I was quite fine.
You're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching this short clip of Life Bus. Make sure that you hit the subscribe, like, and follow button. And for more, head to rawcut.com.au.